If you think Bitcoin is just digital money, you're about to see a much bigger picture. These 5 events didn't just shape Bitcoin, they rocked the financial world and will completely change how you see it. So, let's rewind the clock and dive into the moments that defined the king of crypto. Our story begins in 2009. The world was still reeling from a massive financial crisis when an anonymous figure, or group, known as Satoshi Nakamoto, released the Bitcoin white paper. This wasn't just another digital currency proposal. It was the birth of the world's first truly decentralized peer-to-peer electronic cash system. No banks, no governments, just pure, code-driven trust. Satoshi mined the first block, the Genesis block, embedding a headline from the Times newspaper about the bank bailouts. This wasn't just a technical launch, it was a political statement. It set the stage for a financial revolution, creating a new asset class from thin air and challenging the very foundations of traditional finance. The mystery of Satoshi's identity only adds to the legend, but their creation has since grown into a trillion-dollar ecosystem. A year later, in 2010, Bitcoin took its first real step out of the digital world and into the physical one. A programmer in Florida named Laszlo Hanyecz was hungry. He posted on a forum offering 10,000 bitcoins to anyone who would order him 2 large pizzas. Someone took him up on the offer, and just like that, the first ever real-world commercial transaction using Bitcoin was complete. At the time, those 10,000 bitcoins were worth about $41. Today, they'd be worth hundreds of millions. Every year on May 22nd, the crypto community celebrates Bitcoin Pizza Day. Not just to remember a very expensive meal, but to honor the moment Bitcoin proved it could be used as an actual medium of exchange. It was a small bite for man, but a giant leap for cryptocurrency. But the journey wasn't all smooth sailing. In 2014, the crypto world faced its first major crisis, the collapse of Mt. Gox. Based in Tokyo, Mt. Gox was the largest Bitcoin exchange in the world at the time, handling over 70% of all Bitcoin transactions. Then, disaster struck. The exchange abruptly halted trading and filed for bankruptcy, announcing that a staggering 850,000 Bitcoins had been stolen by hackers. The community was in shock. The price of Bitcoin plummeted, and many declared it the end of the grand crypto experiment. But this catastrophic event forced a crucial evolution. It served as a brutal wake-up call about the importance of security. From this disaster, better exchanges, more secure wallets, and a whole industry focused on not your keys, not your coins, was born. It was a painful lesson, but one that made the entire ecosystem stronger and more resilient. Fast forward to 2017. This was the year Bitcoin exploded into the public consciousness. After years of slow and steady growth, Bitcoin went on a mind-blowing bull run. It started the year at under $1,000, but by December, it had skyrocketed to nearly $20,000. Suddenly, everyone was talking about it. Your friends, your family, the news anchors. Bitcoin was everywhere. This was the first time it truly captured mainstream attention on a global scale. While the price eventually corrected in what became known as the crypto winter, the 2017 bull run was a point of no return. It onboarded millions of new users, developers, and investors into the space. It proved that Bitcoin wasn't just a niche interest for tech geeks, it was a phenomenon with the power to capture the world's imagination. The final, and perhaps most significant phase of Bitcoin's journey so far, began around 2020. This was the era of institutional adoption. For years, big money from Wall Street had watched from the sidelines, skeptical and hesitant. But then, the floodgates opened. Publicly traded companies like MicroStrategy and Tesla began adding billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin to their balance sheets, treating it as a treasury reserve asset. Financial giants like PayPal and Square integrated crypto payments, bringing Bitcoin to millions of their users. And major investment funds began launching Bitcoin ETFs, making it easier than ever for traditional investors to get exposure. This wasn't just about the price anymore. This was a fundamental shift in perception. Bitcoin was no longer just a speculative digital token. It was being recognized as a legitimate global financial asset, a potential hedge against inflation, and a serious player on the world economic stage. So, from a mysterious white paper to a global financial force, Bitcoin's journey has been incredible. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these events do you think was the most critical turning point for Bitcoin? Was it the legendary pizza purchase, the devastating Mt. Gox hack, or the institutional buy-in? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe for more content, just like this. See you in the next one.